welcome back to your favorite realm in the entire Heavenscape universe. This is Tony Stevens presenting to you Valos Twilight. I'll be your GM, your friendly guide through this mystical realm. And before I get started, don't forget to click like, share, and subscribe with everyone you know. Within the greater city of Aloria, Detective McTavish, how are you doing?
Pretty angry.
Anger is good. Now, I'm assuming that before you went over to Kent Conglomerate, you may have stopped by your office or your apartment to get some gear or anything of that nature. Okay, so we're going to consider that your downtime action. Now, within that downtime action, is there anything specifically you wanted to do? Either healing or training oriented. You could gather information with social skill, research to knowledge on a specific subject.
Yeah, knowledge on Tenebris.
Okay, so wait, do you have knowledge skill? We'll run this off of you. We'll run it off your investigation skill. That'll be research for you.
Okay.
So we'll test that skill, put it at a difficulty rating of 25, and then roll for that.
Okay.
Now I'll give each of you 2 downtime actions whenever we take downtime. 2 downtime actions. You can either do one of these or 2 towards your healing or something of that nature, but each time we have downtime, have 2.
Dang, no.
Okay, so you're still coming up dry on that. Now you have 1 more downtime action. Do you want to use it on that, or do you want to use it for training to get an attribute, skill, or exploit point?
Yeah, training and he's just gonna get his anger out in martial arts.
Okay, so put that point towards your martial or your physical skills.
Okay.
That's where that would go to, towards your martial arts skill. All right, now you're good. You're good and tempered. You've worked up a sweat. You've gotten clean. You've gotten your suit back on, your trench coat, whatever you got going for you as the detective of Heavenscape Industries. Loaded up the judge, and now you are on your way to Kent Conglomerate. Now, when you're walking up to or riding your hover car, however you're trying to approach Kent Conglomerate, you notice that this is a humongous industrial compound that you're coming upon. It's got fenced-in, laser grid wire all across the top fences. 1 sole gate entry point that you can see at the front of the compound.
Just going to the front door.
All right. So as you walk up, there's a security guard there. He stops you and he says, "State your name, state your business."
Detective McTavish, I'm here to speak to your employer.
Which one? I've got like my manager, my district manager, shift watch, field commander.
The person in charge of Kent Conglomerate.
Do you have an appointment to see Miss Cassidy Kent?
I show him my badge.
That's a pretty shiny badge you got. Says you work for Heavenscape Industries.
Yes.
That doesn't give you any permissions here at Kent. We have our own Kent investigators.
Well, they came up on one of our investigations, and I need to speak to someone now.
Has anybody relayed the information to me to let me know that there was an appointment for a Detective McLean to come out here and storm in the front gate? Hold on, let me look at my clipboard real quick. Nope, no Detective McIntyre here. Sorry, fella.
Can I just drive straight through? Is there a thing? I'm asking the GM. Like, what is it like? I'm asking the guard.
You can try. So, just driving straight through their gate, like crashing through it.
I'm just.
This isn't like one of those like yellow safety bars, just like leaning there. This is like a secure compound.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's not just.
I mean, you can crash through it if you want to, though. I'm going to put your difficulty rating at 25.
I'm not going to.
What would that run off of?
I have driving.
Crazy.
That's not a stat.
Do you have a drive skill?
Could be charisma.
Drive skill would go off of intelligence. He knows that he's learned it.
25 is not very
It's either going to end really poorly or succeed very
Or
well.
you can use a fate and it may not end poorly.
Now, the reason I'm going to do this because I'm just trying to get the attention for someone to come in there so I can at least get in there.
Alright.
Because they're not going to let me in, so
Not at this point. You didn't charm him at all.
I'm not trying to.
Nope, he knows that. I caught your fate point. Go ahead. Let's hope it goes better for you the second time around.
Nope. Even worse.
What'd you get?
I got a 1.
Well, what you get to do,
Points.
You got
2
your
XP points towards that attribute. Okay. And you got yourself a little fate token. And you've noticed that there are gun turrets that have now turned on your car as you've revved it up in front of the security guard. You flipped them off, and you started driving towards the gate, and these gun turrets have blown out all the mag lifts on your hovercraft. You're now crashing down to the ground, and they are still shooting at you. The car's taking the majority of this damage right now. But being a McTavish, you know that you haven't had a whole lot of luck with your personal vehicles.
Yes. This is just another car to me.
At this point, yeah.
He no longer gets attached to cars. He knows better.
Yeah, he doesn't even name them anymore. He actually just names them all retrograde
Yes.
in honor of his once friend.
Yes. But I'm going to put my energy armor up
Okay.
and just ride it out to see where it goes, and then as soon as I'm on the other side, hop out.
Okay, so at this point, as you tuck and roll out of the now falling apart car, you notice that there's a full battalion in front of you, like security watch. They've all lined up. They've all got their battle rifles trained on you at this point. And the security guard that was back from the gate, he comes running up. I was supposed to announce you. Detective McLean is here. He thinks he owns the place. Fellas, let's show him that he doesn't. So you've got about 20 gents right now with battle rifles closing in on you.
I just put my hands up.
All right, and they secure you with a pair of nano gauntlets. These bracers that actually magnet to each other. So as they latch them onto your wrists, they basically mag to each other and completely bind you in that sense. And they start to carry you into their own personal brig facility that they have within the compound. And then they block you in this room, tell you that somebody's going to be with you shortly. Would you like water or anything? Something to drink?
Sure. Coffee.
Okay. He gets you one of those little cone paper cups,
You need water.
and he puts a few splashes of coffee in there, whatever can be held in this rinky-dinky little cone paper cup, and he hands it to you.
Why, thank you. And I drink it.
All right. So they leave you in the room for quite some time. You're wondering, anybody going to talk to you? What's going on here? They're trying to shake you down. They're trying to ruin your resolve. Now, if you have willpower as a skill, you can try to roll your willpower to maintain yourself in your cause.
I do not have willpower in my skill.
All right, so then it is jarring you. And
Let's start hitting the wall.
yeah. Now, this will also cost you disadvantage on any kind of charisma when you start to be interrogated.
All right.
All right, so after quite some time, a gentleman actually does enter the room. Large frame man in a light silk gray suit. Very dark skin, almost looks like one of the most beautiful men you've ever seen. And he walks in and he says, "Hello, my name is Investigator Idri Elby."
Well, Tiny, my name is McTavish.
McTavish, I see.
An investigator from Runestrom. I was here trying to get some questions. I figured that was the only way I would actually able to get to talk to someone because the guard was not letting me in.
Well, you could have always just sent an electronic mail, an email as they call it. You could have just let us know that you wanted to have a conversation. Normal business practice.
Well, I don't
We
know.
don't usually hire people psychotically. We're here at Kent Conglomerate.
Well, I am here due to an investigation that's ongoing.
Well, you need to tell me everything that you want to know and why, and maybe I can help you out with that.
Well, how about the soldiers that were sent to kill us?
To kill you? I didn't even know who you were before today. Why would I send soldiers to kill you?
Well, someone was hired by you all.
All of us.
Someone here?
Can you tell me who this person is?
Well, there's some classified information I can't go over, but he had mechanical arms, and one of them transformed into a blaster.
All right, so now he wants to know exactly why this person, or what it was you were defending at Runestrom Industries. So you'll roll off your charisma, roll disadvantage. If you can surpass 20, you can maintain your secretive nature.
No,
No,
why
remember-
die? Why? Because it's disadvantage, I have to take the lowest one.
Yes, you do.
No,
How bad was it?
it was a 2.
That's pretty
So
bad.
you're going to tell him everything about what it
Gonna-
was that this soldier, this mercenary, was attacking specifically at Runestrom Industries.
McTavish is gonna sing like a canary.
So what was it? You're saying this guy attacked you. Was he there for a specific purpose?
He was there to destroy a giant machine
A giant machine with what purpose?
to defend Aloria.
So you tell me that over at Runestrom Industries, you've got so much time that you're building a giant machine, what, like a Saturday morning cartoon?
Maybe.
Well, that's ridiculous. I wouldn't have hired anybody to do that.
Well, Runestrom was there. That's his project. It's not mine. I'm just here to investigate and get to the bottom of this.
Well, I think maybe I'll help you out. I'll go tell my boss what's going on. I'll let her know there's a giant machine, some guy attacked it. You sit tight,
Uh-huh.
and I'll go talk to her real quick about your giant Runestrom machine, and I'll be back. So he leaves the room, and you wait. Hours go by. Finally, 2 guards actually come to the room, and they take you, each by one arm, as you're still mag-cuffed together. Mag-cuffs, that's what we'll call them. And they take you up to an office. As you walk into the office, you notice the large black gentleman that was talking to you before. He's there, and he is standing with his hands crossed together in front of him in a very respectful manner, just behind a young woman sitting at a desk. Now, you can tell her hair is uptight in a bun, but she doesn't appear to be anything over 25 years old, but a very stern, sour face, very intent, concentrated, pursed lips kind of lady. So, Investigator Elby tells me that you've got questions for me.
Yes, I do.
Well, did you want me to ask you what they were specifically, or did you want me to just wait for you to ask them?
There was a man sent to destroy a machine that Runestrom was working on and tried to kill us as well.
Yes, Investigator Elby told me that you're building a giant machine to defend the entire world. From what?
That's above my pay grade. I do not know. Only Runestrom knows these things.
So Runestrom's out there doing more psychotic experiments on things, and I'm expected to still follow behind him as the head chairman of the government organization. That is ridiculous. Kent Conglomerate should be in charge, because at least I know to focus on the people, for the people, and by the people. That's what Kent Conglomerate's about. And you work for that monster? He's wasting all of your money on building giant robots?
Like I said, it's a paycheck.
Well, I tell you what. How about I offer you a different paycheck? You tell me what you make, and I will increase it by 0.25%.
Well, there's also a problem there because there's a personal reason that I'm there as well.
Personal reasons.
Yes.
But you're attached to Runestrom? You're dating him?
No. He has information on Stein.
Stein. That monster's been dead and gone for so long. Why would you even care about Stein?
Because he's still alive.
I haven't seen him in the past decade. Have you?
Actually, yes, I have. And I know where he is. I just need to know how to get there.
Well, where is he?
Some place called Tenebris. Have you heard of it?
On this planet?
You telling me you don't know about interrealm travel?
Well, we interweb travel with Earth. I've been running a lot of different supplies, buy and sell, trade. Is this a country on Earth?
No, it's another realm.
Another realm.
Yes.
Do they have a supply store?
I don't know. I have to find out how to get it.
Well, if you work for me, maybe I can get you there, and then you can help me set up a conglomerate in Tenebris.
I just need to know one thing. Was this place a Stein facility, and do you have access to it? Or access to the Stein information?
Here.
Yes.
Well, almost all of the facilities within the corpusocracy, as it were, has been built on top of pre-existing intellectual facilities, yes. But if you want full access to King Conglomerate, you need a badge for King Conglomerate. So I'm offering you a better paycheck, more information, and free reign of the facility.
Sure. Why not?
All you have to do for me is complete one simple job.
What's that?
Arrest Runestrom.
For what?
He's wasting all of the money. He's building giant robots. You yourself said you were there investigating him personally. He must be doing criminal actions of some sort.
I'm not investigating him, I'm investigating Stein.
Well, didn't the two of them used to work all buddy-buddy?
Not as you put it, no.
Well, that's part of the agreement. You arrest Runestrom, you get a pay bump, and you have free reign of the facility. You can use any kind of Stein tech that you find. And good luck getting to Tenebris and extending the Kink Conglomerate facility.
Sure, why not?
Well, then it's a deal. Let's shake on it.
I shake.
All right. She puts out her hand, shakes on it, verbal agreement and Volution, and she tells you to go ahead and take your new partner, Investigator Elby, and the two of you can go arrest Runestrom back at Runestrom Industries. So, as you actually travel back to Runestrom Industries with Investigator Elby, he's driving because you couldn't. So, you get back there and you start marching into the facility. The guards at the front notice that you have a new badge, and they stop you. Whoa. Where you think you're going? What's going on here?
I whispered to his ear, we need to take out this LB guy right now.
Well, from the looks of it, buddy, you're wearing a different badge and you're storming in here pretty hard. Now, you can roll charisma to try and convince this guy to work with you.
Alright, I'm going to try and convince him to work with me. If he's not, I'm just going to shoot LB.
All right.
What? Okay, so I got a 21.
Good. All right. So the base level 20, that these guys are pretty low level. They're regular guys. So the two guards that are standing there, you wink at them and they wink back at you, and LB's like, this is really friggin' weird. And then the two of them try to run and tackle him real quick. One of them, he just knocks out with one solid punch to the face. It's just real quick, and you notice his speed is superior. So as he clocks this one guy in the face, dude just plants to the floor, still shaking, completely taut like a board. The other one's holding on to him, and he's putting both his hands together and just pounding down on his back.
I'm going to shoot him in the face.
All right, so you can roll for attack.
That is a 17.
That is a negative. So as you go to pull out your pistol and you turn around to point it at Investigator Ilby, he actually reaches inside the breast of his coat and he pulls something out. And what it looks like is a metallic cylindrical object, but it has a hilt to it. So it just looks like the handle and hilt of a sword. And as he pulls it out, it actually hums to life. And you see a blade form out of holographic imagery almost. But it's solid matter. This is a hard light construct as he forms a broadsword and just smacks the pistol right out of your hand. And you see the judge scooting across the floor.
Okay. Well then, I'm gonna come up and basically use it for martial arts now.
All right.
Energy manipulation. Oh my gosh. My rolls were terrible.
What'd you get?
No.
No, I need to know how bad.
Kidding. 14.
14. All right. So as you run up to actually try to combat with him, he reacts with amazing lightning quick speed, hitting all of your blows away from him, and then actually clocking in on top of you with the butt of the hilt, and just popping you right in the head with it. So you'd be looking at 4 at that point.
4.
Yes. So you can absorb some of that with your armor.
Oh, I absorb all of it.
All right. So it knocks you back, but you're not dealt any health damage.
I'm gonna come at him again.
All right. So he's squaring off with you again, but see, that was actually his retaliation to your failure. So now it's his turn to attack.
Okay.
So as he maneuvers in, you're reeling back. You see him actually launch himself forward, and he's using this light construct blade as he's running at you, and he's slashing all around. So you can roll to defend yourself.
I'm gonna try and defend myself by using the energy manipulation with martial arts.
So you're going to take it, like you're standing your ground, you're not evading at all.
Yeah, I'm just kind of deflecting.
Okay, so it is a form of an evasion, like you're
Yeah.
kind of doing like an Aikido thing, moving out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No, I'm not, apparently.
How'd that go for you?
It's even worse. I'm trying all 3 different dies, man.
What was it?
13.
Wow, unlucky 13. All right, so
Oh, I forgot I have a favor. But it's too late. Go.
if you want to try to use your favor right now, you can.
Well, I'm not going to argue with you.
I will let you just cuz.
It was 20.
Okay, so
It
you
was
do
29, actually.
29.
I rolled a 20.
So that's a good success. All right, so as you deflect, he actually plants his sword into a wall, and he can't manage to get it back out.
All right, I'm going to come in and start attacking him.
All right, let's hope you don't need another favor.
It's going to be a 16 this time.
It's not as bad as the 13, but as you go into attack, he's still deadly skilled with his bare hands. He deflects all of your blows and then actually returns fire upon you with a rapid machine gun fist action. So he's planting them to your face, your body, your core. He's even wrapping around and popping you in the kidneys as he's going. So you're looking at a 6 damage on this.
6? Okay. I'm going to try and attack him again.
Well, that was his retaliatory action.
Yeah.
So now he's attacking you. So now what he's going to try to do is he's actually going to try to pull the sword from the wall. And as he does so, he's coming back up through the... So he's like, he runs up, plants one foot against the wall, grabs the hilt of the sword, and then pushes himself off. And in that same leaping action, he's coming down at you in a swiping motion with the sword. All right, so you are allowed to roll a defense for yourself.
Well, this time I'm going to use an energy barrier.
All right, let's hope so.
Energy manipulation, which adds 3 to...
Your defensive action.
That's damage reduction.
So your armor itself.
Yeah.
All right, so in that sense, do you want to try and just take it like physique? Since
Yeah.
it's adding a barrier to your armor itself?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is that an automatic passive action?
Yeah.
All right. So as he comes down, he's striking with the sword itself. Now this is his sword, and he is also coming at you with his full heavy strength.
Mm-hmm.
So that sword's going to add an additional 2 to his attack on you. So that's 8 points of damage that's coming down. Does your DR absorb that?
Mm-hmm.
All of it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it slashes against your armor, but there seems to be some sort of, it's a crimson colored energy, correct?
Yes.
That crackles across your armor as this happens. And you notice that a lot of it just absorbs back into you.
And I am going to try and disarm him at this point.
All right. I'll let you try.
I want to try. It's a 27.
Wow. So yeah, you can pop that sword right out of his hands. You found a weak point in his wrist where you could just hit just correctly using the energy that you absorbed from his attack, putting it back through his arm, and he drops the sword. You can pick it up if you'd like.
Yeah, I'll pick it up.
All right, so this is a hard light construct sword. We'll go over the specifics of it later, but as of right now, it does have a 2 rating on it.
A 2 rating?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it does like a 2 damage.
Okay.
In addition to your strength of attack.
Okay.
All right, now, he's disarmed. You have his sword. He's running for the judge.
Oh, he's running for the judge? Well, he runs off me, so I just...
He picks it up. He's pulling the trigger. He looks at it. Well, and that's something.
It runs...
Flips it over and grabs it by the the barrel, and he runs up to you to smack you in the face with the butt of the gun.
Okay.
So you can roll defense or take it.
I'm just going to take it again and just smile.
All right, so that's coming down with a 6.
It's going to be... Because I didn't declare energy manipulation this time, that's just going to be like a 1. Because my guy's starting to go battle crazy at this point.
All right, so he does bash you in the face with your own pistol at this point.
Yeah. And just kind of look at him and smile.
Well, you're a crazy bloke. But
Yeah,
you know
man.
what? Ain't my fight. You tried to kill me. I remember that. Tightens his suit coat, dusts off his shoulders, and he starts backing away. He says, "This isn't my kingdom, not my castle, not my pot to pee in."
I grab the hard light construct sword and hand it back to him. Toss it back.
Well then, here you go. He throws you the revolver to you. He walks out the automatic doors and he says, "I see what Miss Kent has to say about this. Until then, best of luck to you and your ways."
Nothing against you, it's just... I was never going to work for her.
I get you.
I just had to get out of there.
It's a really good paycheck though. Obviously, I've got better suit and equipment, but good luck to you. So, he leaves you there, drives off. You're in Runestrom's facility right now in the
I
base
take
floor.
the Conglomerate badge and put it in utility belt.
All right. You might
For
need
later.
that sometime if you are able to trick somebody with charisma. All right. So at this point, do you...
Oh no,
what-
I'll give it to somebody else and let them do it.
At this point, what do you want to do here now that you're back at Runestrom Industries?
Well, one, I'm going to talk to Runestrom and tell him it was a dead end, and now they're going to try and arrest him.
All right. So you go into the elevator.
Yeah.
You get in that elevator, you push the button, doors close. We're going up to the top floor at Runestrom Industries. Ba-da-da-da. Bing! You come out of the elevator. Oh, it's you again. I guess you want coffee, huh?
No, I'm good.
Who are you and what have you done with Detective McTavish? He always wants coffee from me. Fine, I don't care. Doors wide open to Runestrom's office.
I just raised my brow weird at her, just like...
All right, now as you walk into Runestrom's office, again, it's a normal sight for you. You see him plucking away at his computer, lit by the monitor on his face.
So, they know about the robot down below.
What? How? You know about the robot down below?
Yes, I went to go follow the intruder, and the intruder was someone from Kent Conglomerate. I tried to investigate them myself, but it's a dead end.
Cassidy.
And now she's trying to come over here and arrest you, try to send me to arrest you, but no, that's not going to happen. You've been
Well,
good to me.
I
That's all that
do
matters.
appreciate the honesty and loyalty. I tell you what, I'm going to give you a pay increase of 0.50%.
Why, thank you.
I think that's something. All right. Well, good. So, what I've found here is actually something regarding what you were asking me about the other day. It was something having to do with a realm
Tenebris?
Yes. And I've actually found, if you come over here, I'll show you here on my computer the information I've got so far. As you move to get behind his desk to look at his computer, the windows of his office actually explode inward as 442 units actually start to hover within the office and plant themselves down, aiming an assortment of biomechanical weapons as they transform their arms into blasters and whatnot, swords, energy sabers, whatever they do. They're 4.2s, they're varieties, they have their ways about them. And they actually plant themselves firmly. Step away from Runestrom. He is under arrest.
Excuse me, for what?
You are excused. He is under arrest.
For
That's
what?
so 4-2.
What is he under arrest for?
You are excused.
Don't get him tickled.
I am sorry, but that is none of your business. Our business is to arrest Runestrom, which we will do now.
I grab Runestrom and start heading for the door.
You need to roll to see if you can succeed in activating the elevator and getting the doors to close before the 4.2 units get to you. Base 20 skill.
Oh, it just hung on it. No.
All right. So as you're
It was a 9.
no. So as you're trying to get the elevator door to close, you keep slamming your fist against the close button. One of the 4.2 units actually slams into the elevator with you as the doors then close, and it starts going down, 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 going down, 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 going to the ground, going down, down, down. This elevator music continues to go as you and this 4.2 are tossing with each other. So you are locked in combat.
All right. Well, I want to try to use. Don't want to use the judge because then it'll plug a hole in the elevator if I miss. So I'm going to try to use the energy aura to beat the crap out of them.
Okay. So roll your strength or what, however you do that.
Martial arts. I'm going to use my Meiji. It's a 24. Nice. Wait,
All
no,
right.
25.
All right.
It's martial arts.
Very successful. So you deal several blows of damage to this 4.2 unit as it begins to slump in the corner, and you are continuing down the elevator. Now, as you're locked in combat with him, Runestrom, cowering the corner behind you because you're doing the damage, actually says, Detective, we must get to the subfloors. You must take me to the subfloors. I have something in the works down there that must be put into effect now.
All right, let's go.
All right, so as you're continuing to go down, you and this 4.2 unit are continuing to tossle. Now he's going to respond, retaliate against you.
Throw him in the face.
So you can either absorb it. It's going to be kind of hard to evade it, but you might be able to do some sort of a keto thing. So you can decide.
I'm trying to use my martial arts to evade.
All right, so you're looking still at the base 20.
No. But it's not too bad. Because I'm still using energy manipulation, so it's going off magic right now. So it's a 17, not too bad.
Not too bad, but he does slam you against the wall of the elevator and then begins to inject into your neck with his fingers. So you can feel like something is trying to pierce into your skin as if it's trying to infect you. As the elevator doors go, ding! You have arrived at the ground floor. Thank you for riding Runestrom Industries.
Runestrom, go.
He rushes past you as you're still locked in combat. Well, actually locked in injection with this 4.2 unit. And you can hear ka-doosh, 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 as the three other units land on top of the elevator they'd been following you down the shaft.
I'm going to try and grow, basically like superheat myself
Uh-huh.
with the energy stuff to burn whenever he's trying to inject me.
All right.
So that's just going to be... Oh, okay. I'm trying to see if I have anything like that for skills. I guess energy shield? Would that do that? No, that's different.
If you're using it as your energy manipulation as an attack, I would imagine that it would be the same thing as using the judge, just not with the bonus of the judge.
Gotcha.
So you're using the energy manipulation as an attack. You'd have to run that through. We're using your magic as the baseline for that, correct?
Yeah.
So you'd have to roll that through the magic.
Okay.
Parahuman magic.
22.
Awesome. So you do actually superheat. And as you do this, his CPU processors are actually overheated and he underclocks as there seems to be some sort of a malfunction and he shuts down momentarily to cool off his processing units. So this one is kneeling on the ground before you, kind of like superhero pose, whatever, but it is overheated as the other ones are trying to tear through the elevator to get to you. And you saw Runestrom run into an office just down the hallway.
Well, he's going to step out and close the elevator doors.
Yeah, that's fine. Are you going to follow behind Runestrom or just stand there with these things?
Stand there and collect myself and protect. Well, actually, go close enough where I can keep an eye on Runestrom.
Okay, so as you follow behind him, you actually get to the office door where he ran in, and you can see that he's activating several different panels, and there seems to be a body laying on the table in front of him.
Runestrom, whatever you're doing, do it fast.
I am activating a failsafe protocol. It is probably my crowning achievement of all time. Luckily, I found a body within the subfloor systems that would work perfectly for this purpose.
What body was that?
As you look at it, you actually recognize it as the bald, mindless man that had Soul's body, or Soul's spirit, injected into him.
This man, the man without a spirit?
Ah, yes, for now. You see, he was one of the many Soldat experiments that Stein had. There were 3, and he is the last of his kind here in Valos. But one thing that Stein could never do was give them a mind. Some sort of miracle happened when we injected the energy from the Iritus blade into what became known as Arthur Strathmore. That is what gave him mind, that is what gave him purpose and brought him to life. Before then they were empty shells that we couldn't manage to manipulate. But here now, I have something even better than the Iritus blade.
What's that?
And you see him actually reach into a box, a containment box, not like a cardboard box. And as he opens, I got this from Amazon.
Next day shipping.
He opens it up and like steam vents out from it and everything. This is like a steel secure box. He reaches in, and as he lifts it out, you notice and recognize it as the head of Solaris. And he walks over to the body and he places the head of Solaris, the helmet, onto the body and hooks up several different ports into the sides of the helmet and activates the machines. Now, Detective, it is good that you are here. I actually may have hired you on for more purposes than just your investigating ability, but if you could kindly walk over to this platform, place your hands onto those conducting rods, and use your parahuman abilities to supercharge this mechanism into overdrive.
Well, if this thing's going to fight the 4-2s, I'll walk over there and grab it.
All right, so now I'm going to need you to roll off that, whatever your full stat is, off of using the energy manipulation, because you do hear the 4-2s clumping down the hallway.
That is going to be a 24.
Awesome sauce. So as you do this, red energy pours out from you. It's actually leaking from your eyes and your mouth as you're doing this, and you're supercharging these conductor rods. And you see this energy moving through a battery system and then through that into those wires that are connected to the Solaris helmet. And as it lights up, the eyes reilluminate, all 6 of them across the helmet. Looks very similar to the Steeker's helmet that you once saw on an ally of yours. Now, as this happens, it reactivates, and the body, growing from the helmet, the body begins to become plated. It grows forth into its full body again. It starts reaching out moving across its flesh, turning it into armored white mechanism. It adapts.
The original Simtech.
As this occurs, the 4-2s break in to the office and begin to square off as Solaris is regrowing on the table.
I'm going to take the judge out and start shooting.
All right, so go ahead.
You gonna judge me? Stop judging me.
I remembered the favor that I had.
All right.
That's much better.
All right, what'd you got?
That is a 28.
All right, and what's your base damage on the judge right now as you're overclocking it?
Overclocking it, 9.
All right, so one of the 4-2 units, as it steps forward, you actually blast straight into the mercurial face of it, and it falls backwards, fritzing out of control. As you move forward and several of them start gathering around you, something eerie you can kind of feel like hovering right behind you, like a gut feeling.
I just kind of peek behind me.
And as you do, you see Solaris flying just about a foot off the ground as he looks around himself and he says, "We are Solaris. We are the guardian of this realm. We are the father of the Simtech." As he lands, pounding his fist into the ground and ripples out an energy throughout the area that actually shuts down the 4-2 units as you see them slump to the ground. And if you want to find out more on what happens, you'll have to join us next time on the next thrill-packed, exciting episode, nail-biting fun. It's the best thing you'll ever do all week. This is Valos Twilight, and I am your GM, Tony Stevens. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And until then, be good to you.